So again, welcome to our live basic training webinar. Today we're going to be talking about the email builder. My name is Judy Miller and I will be doing a recording of this webinar, and you will get access to that recording and all the goodies that I promised you during the webinar. I'll be sending those at around 1 o'clock today, so be on the lookout for that email that says, here's your recording. If you have any questions, please feel free to write them in the question box. I'm going to show a few slides first, and then we're going to get right into the software. So if you ask a question and I know I'm going to be getting to it, I won't call it out. But if it's a question that has to do with something that I'm in and I'm not going to be getting to it, I will call it out and answer it, but I will definitely answer all your questions by the end of the webinar. So please make sure you write them in that little question box. And let's begin. So with your Infusionsoft application, you have access to our Help Center. Our Help Center is found at help.infusionsoft.com, and there you have access to the user guides. You can type in anything that you're looking for in Infusionsoft, and articles and videos will appear. You have access to our tech support numbers, access to upper level training, which are mastermind videos, and also access to chat. And I want to show you our Help Center real quick because most people always say, how do I come to your other webinars? So let me just show you. I'm going to open up Firefox here, and I'm going to go to help.infusionsoft.com. When I do, you'll see there are little buckets of information that you can click on and get help. You can also type something in this little box right here. And if you want to see the mastermind webinars or more advanced training, just come up to the black toolbar, come to webinars, and under mastermind webinars, you can view all and look at different recordings there. So if you want to set up e-commerce, you can come to the mastermind and find an e-commerce webinar. If you want to sign up for the other trainings that I'll be doing this week, which is tomorrow Campaign Builder, you just hit view all and you can sign up right there. So that's our Help Center. It's available to you 24/7, and you don't have to be an Infusionsoft user to get into our Help Center. It's available to anyone, and you can watch as many videos as you want, as many times as you want. So a lot of people come to this webinar thinking that we're going to build out a campaign. And tomorrow, Thursday, is our Campaign Builder webinar. Today is our email broadcast webinar, and I'm going to explain the difference real quick because not everybody knows the difference. An email broadcast is a one-time batch email, and that's kind of like when you send out your newsletter, or say you have a special meeting tonight at 6 o'clock, you have a special open house at your yoga studio, and you want to make sure that you remind everyone. So you might find everyone that's a beginner, everyone that's a prospect, everyone that signed up for coming to the open house, and you may want to remind them. So an email broadcast is a specific email that you send out as a blast to either your whole group or just a specific targeted group of people. A campaign does have emails in it, but it's a little bit different. A campaign is a series of emails that are connected together in a sequence inside the campaign builder by timers, and it's for your automated follow-up or to remind yourself of specific processes that you have going on inside your business. We're going to build out a campaign tomorrow. Today we're focusing on an email broadcast. But you do have to have emails to put in your campaign, so I'm going to show you how to save those so that tomorrow we can put those in the campaign builder. And that's a big difference. Today we're focusing on just the email, template, and sending out a broadcast. So the awesome things you're going to learn today, and I hope you like my little beach theme because I love, love, love the ocean, how to edit a template, how to add images and pictures. I'm going to give you some ideas for broadcasts, how to send a broadcast to your entire list, like if you're going to send out your newsletter, and also how to send a broadcast to a targeted group of people, just a specific group. We're going to learn that all today in this webinar. So Judy, why would I send out a broadcast and not just put somebody in an automated campaign? Can you explain that? Well, it may be a special holiday greeting. It may be Memorial Day. It may be Valentine's Day. It may be Easter. What's the next holiday coming up? 4th of July. And you just may want to send out a greeting that says, hey, you're going to be lighting off fireworks, or you may be by fireworks. Please take care of your dogs because they don't like the booms, and take care of your family. Keep safe. Happy 4th of July. If you're from England, you may not be wishing a happy 4th of July. You may be saying, I know in the United States you're celebrating 4th of July, and we're not. So it may be just a special greeting. It may be a monthly newsletter that you're sending out. It may be something's happening. Your website may be under construction, and somebody just bought a $10,000 product from you, and they go to your website to show someone what they just bought, and the website's down. So it may just be a broadcast to your prospects and customers saying, hey, my website is under construction. We're redoing it. It's going to look awesome. It may be that you have a new dental hygienist and you want to introduce them to your prospects and your customers. So when they come in, they see a new friendly face and they already know that person. It may be a special offer. For today only, I'm giving 50% off my coaching calls. Not really, but wouldn't that be awesome? One of the biggest ones that our customers do is have a flash sale, create urgency. Hey, we only have 5 seats left, and if you're one of the top 5 that gets in now, you get to be on my webinar. And we're built like that. Our brains function that we want what we can't have, especially if there's a limited number. I stood in line, so I'm going to let you know how old I am, for Cabbage Patch dolls for my kids when they were young. Isn't that ridiculous? And I still have them. They're probably worth a lot of money. But create urgency. There's 5 left. Be one of the first to get it. And the most important reason why you would send a broadcast, and this is what I think the most important reason is to build a relationship, to create and build a relationship. So here's my granddaughter, Everly. And what this does is you never know when somebody writes you back after they get your broadcast and says, oh my gosh, she's so cute. That's a great picture. I have a granddaughter named Everly too. I'm expecting my first granddaughter in July. I had somebody write me yesterday that they're having their first granddaughter in August. So you create a relationship, and why does that matter, Judy? I'll explain. I have a dentist that I go to, and she creates a great relationship with her prospects and her customers. I can go to different dentists. I can go to cheaper dentists, but I go to Kathy because she makes me feel like a person. She makes me not scared, and we have a relationship. She sees a cute picture of a dog, and she texts it to me and sends it to me. Hey, Judy, I thought this was cute. It's amazing. If people can go anywhere, they're going to come to you if they have a relationship. So Troy said, is that her look when she gets to come to Grandma's house? Absolutely. My sister calls it her warrior look, and she loves me. She calls me Gram. And you guys think, wow, you mustn't be a grandmother. I am. I have 3 grandkids and 1 on the way in July. So I'm super excited, and this girl has the best personality. She's awesome. So don't take it from me. Seth Godin is a very, very famous author, a very famous speaker, and a very famous marketeer, not a musketeer, marketeer. And he says, people do not buy goods and services. They buy relations, stories, and magic. Tell your story. Let people know you're real. Tell them what happened at the airport, or tell them what happened to you last night, and you're going to create a relationship and you're going to make more sales. I promise you. It's true. I know it because I do it every day with my customers. I create relationships with them, and I get to know people, and I have friends all over the world. Create relationships, sending broadcasts. So our email builder, it's easy to use. You can create multiple templates. So Troy, if you have 3 businesses, you sell meal plans, you do personal training, and you also have your own gym, you can have 3 separate templates created and use those in 3 different campaigns and send off 3 separate messages to 3 separate groups of people based on your different businesses and different banners. It's mobile optimized. It looks great on a tablet and on a phone. You can save the templates, and you can use them in the campaign builder. So if you're thinking, dag nabbit, I made the best template, but I made it in the email builder. You can save it as a template and drag it into the campaign builder, and I'll show you how tomorrow. And it's fun. It's super, super fun to create and get your business built. Get more leads, get more contacts, create more relationships. So it's fun to be creative. You guys may not like to be creative, but it's my thing. I make a new email template every Wednesday because I just love doing it so much. So let's get in the builder, and let me show you how it's done. So I'm opening up my Infusionsoft. Let me take a break and get a drink of water and give you guys. And I'm back. When I open up my Infusionsoft, I'm going to show up on the dashboard. If you're just going to play around with the software, or you're actually going to get your first newsletter or email broadcast ready, you're going to go to the same place. So I'm going to hover over the Infusionsoft logo, come over to marketing because we're talking about marketing and connecting with people, and come down to emails and broadcasts and click it one time. And I am recording this, so I hope that you're watching this and not following me in your software, because you can do that later. There's a big blue Get Started button, and you're just going to click on that one time, and it's going to bring you onto this page. Let me make it a little bit smaller and get my highlighter because I like using it. I think it's cool. And the first place you're going to land is in the gallery. And the gallery is going to have pre-made templates that you can use to start from here instead of starting from scratch. You can always come over here to Actions and you can start from a blank template. But you can peruse through this gallery and you can pick whatever template you want and use it as a starting point. Once you send off an email, it automatically picks up that email and puts it in the previously sent bucket so that you always can find it super, super easy. If you're working on a draft and your dog has to go to the bathroom, so you have to take the dog out and your computer shuts down, it will always automatically be saved in your draft bucket so you never have to worry about losing that email, which is awesome. And you can also save those templates into My Templates and have your own little bucket of templates that you can use inside the campaign builder. Let me get rid of my highlighter. Get my cursor back. So I'm going to go into my gallery, and if you notice, there's lots and lots of different emails. So there's one plain one. There's one with the, help your brand grow. I'm going to use this one right now with the airplane and hit Use Template. Now I can click on this little eyeball, and I will get to your question in a second, Troy, and I can see what it's going to look like on a tablet and also on an email. On a phone. I'm going to use this template and look at Troy. I'm having trouble getting the button to appear in the image like the download template. So that might be, hopefully you're using Firefox or Chrome, and I'll have to send you an email after the webinar to see what that means, because it looks like it's a technical problem. Because if you're using Chrome, it should show up. So this is my email right here. This is my template. And the first thing you'll notice is there's a little drop down. If I hit the little arrow going up, it will disappear, but I'm going to end up using it, so I'm going to push it down. This I call a header, and this slider comes down, or this header comes down, and it automatically shows up when you're first making your broadcast. If you're just playing around with it, you can get rid of it by hitting the arrow going up. But if you want to change who your email is coming from, so people may not know Troy as Troy, and they don't know Judy as Judy, they know me as my business. So I want to change who this email is coming from. I simply hit the little pencil where it says From, hit the arrow going down, and I can change it to another user inside my Infusionsoft app, or I can change it to something completely different and put in my business name. Because they know me by my business name, they don't know me by Judy Miller. And then just say that my sister works in Texas. She's not a user inside Infusionsoft, but anybody that replies to this email, I want them to go to my sister's email address. I can just put her email address here, and then anyone that replies to this broadcast, it will go to that email address. So you can make different templates that go to different email addresses. I'm going to hit Save, and now my From is done. And there it is. There we go, heyjudemiller@gmail.com. I'm not going to pick my recipients right now because we're going to do that when we send a broadcast, but I am going to put in a subject line. I'm going to put hello and welcome to June newsletter, ... and now I want to put their first name and I want to personalize it. To personalize it, you just click on the merge button. It will bring up all the fields inside of Infusionsoft that you can use, and I want to use the most common fields and their first name. So this is going to say, hello and welcome to the June newsletter, Chandra. Hello and welcome to June newsletter, Troy. It's going to say that automatically. It's going to pick up their name. If you don't have their first name, it will automatically show up as friend. So I'm going to hit this little button going up and get rid of that slider, and now I'm going to work on my template. It already has an image there, but if you look to the left, there's a toolbar, and that toolbar has heading style 1, heading style 2, the text style. I can change the color or the style just by clicking here, and I can just change the color of the text just like that, but I'm going to keep it as black. I can change the hyperlink color, so if you're going to have any click-through links or click here links, you can change the hyperlink color just by clicking here. I'm going to make mine red. And I can also change the background color of my email by clicking there, and that looks hideous, but it does show you that you can change the background color. I usually like to make it a gray color. If you have a hex code or you know your branding code, you have a developer and he sent you your color code, you can just pop it in right there and it will bring up that exact color. So I have my design or my style done, and now I want to come over and work on my email. This airplane is not my logo. It's not my banner, and it's probably not yours either. So I'm going to click on that banner, and when I do, you'll notice that the toolbar on the left-hand side changed. I can either edit this banner and put content on it and say, click here to fly with us, or does your business want to soar? Click here. I can actually edit that image, or I can change it to my banner. To change it to my banner, I just hit Change Image. I can browse and go to my desktop and bring up my image that I want, whatever image you have. And I can bring up a new banner, or I can hit Change Image, and I can search for my image. I already have an image in here called Infusionsoft. It's the finals of basketball. It's basketball NBA finals today, so I'm going to use that one. So you can use different banners for different messages. So my image is in there. Now you'll notice the toolbar is changed. I can make it bigger or smaller. I can link it to a URL if I want them to visit my website. And you should always put in a description. So I'm going to put company logo. And I can change it to right, left, or center. If you have a really small image, you can put it right in the left-hand corner so it looks like a letterhead. So that's my logo. There's a space under there. So I'm going to leave that space there. And now it says a simple call to action, and I'm going to put in my copy. If you already have copy created in MailChimp or Aweber or just on Microsoft Word docs, you can just copy that content and just paste it right here. I'm just going to put June is a hot month. And in my copy, talk about hot. We have a deal for you this month. Only until the end of June, click here for this great deal. So it says, talk about hot. We have a great hot deal for you. Click here for the great deal. And then I want to give them a coupon, or I want to give them that great deal. Maybe I want to send them to a page on my website. Maybe I'm putting an affiliate link there. I highlight the verbiage and come up to the black toolbar and find the one that looks like a chain link fence. There it is. And I can put in the URL for my page that I want to send them to. Or I may want to give them a coupon that's on a PDF, or maybe this is different and it says, I have some great ideas for you to download. You can use them for your June newsletter. Click here. Click here to get your ideas. And the way that I write copy is I write it like I'm talking to someone. I do have to go in and change things around, but hey, talk about a deal for the month. Only until the end of June. Click here for a great deal. I'm going to get rid of that because it's not going to be the click here. I'm going to put a period there. And now I want to give them the idea. So I have ideas on a PDF. I'm going to highlight, come up to the chain link fence, and this is how you'd give out a free report or an ebook or a checklist, etc. I'm going to hit this little arrow going down, and I don't want to give them a link. I want to give them a download. So I come down, there's File Download, and click it one time. If I already have it imported into Infusionsoft, it will show up on this File Download. I'm sorry, it will show up. It will show up on this little drop down right here. If you don't have your ebook or your checklist installed yet, you'll just hit Browse. Why do I keep on getting out of that? You'll just hit Upload New File, and you can grab that file right from your desktop, drop it into Infusionsoft, and we will hold that for you. If you're going to send them to a page on your website that has your checklist, then you'll use the URL instead of the download. I have a file download. I'm going to pick my ideas, 5 fun newsletter ideas. And if you came to the webinar yesterday, you'll know that we talk about tagging, and we like to know what list people belong to or the behavior they did. If I send off this broadcast, and I want to check maybe in 3 days and see how many people downloaded my ideas, I can automatically tag them. I already have the tag created, or I can create it on the fly, downloaded ideas, and then in 5 days I can take a look and see who downloaded them and who didn't. If they didn't download them, I can mark it to those people and say, hey, I sent you 5 ideas. It doesn't look like you had a chance to download it. Maybe you should try now. They're really great ideas. And I can mark it to them a different way. The people that downloaded the ideas, I can write them and say, hey, what'd you think? Email me back. Click here and let me know what you thought, and create that relationship. Insert link, link is done. Now there's a button underneath. So I want to click on the button, and when the button gets clicked on, you'll notice that the toolbar on the left changed. I'm going to change the button to Get Ideas Now and give them another call to action. So I'm going to give them another chance. Change the button text if I want to. I'm going to change the button link to the same thing, a file download. Choose my file, and I want to tag them. So I gave them 2 chances. One, they click on a link, or one, they click on a button. Troy said, I'm sorry, was that a predetermined tag? It was a tag that I already created, but I can create a new one. Clicked on ideas. And I can create that tag. So you think about, what tag do I want to give them? What makes sense to me? What information do I want to know about their behavior? Well, I want to know that they downloaded ideas and they clicked on the ideas. I'll get rid of downloaded ideas and just keep clicked. Done. Change my button color, and I'm going to change it to kind of a, maybe I'll change it to kind of an orange color to match the basketball. And there we have our button. Our button's created just like that. Now if I want to add things to this, I'm going to delete this because I'm going to show you how to do that in a minute. So if I want to add things to my email, this is great. It was a great start, but I want to add. Come over to the left and click on the blocks. And I'd like to add a dividing line. Here's a dividing line. Drop it down where I want it. The toolbar changes on the left, so you'll see that pattern. I can make it wider or less wide, and I'm going to change it to the basketball color. So you want to make sure that you keep the same style of coloring through the email. You don't want it to look like a circus unless you do. Now I want to put some text, so I'm going to grab text, and I'm going to drop some more text down here. I may want to add another dividing line, and I want to move my button. So I'm going to click on my button, and I'm going to move it back where it was because I wanted it under my text. So you can just move things by clicking on it. Now say I want to add another image. I want to add an image. There's different ways that you can add an image. You can either do a group, and the group will give you an image, some content, and a button. If you just want an image and content, you can get rid of the button by hitting Hide Button. To add the image, I simply click on the image. The toolbar on the left changes, and I'm going to add my image just by clicking on it. Once I click on my image, I can make it bigger or smaller. I can link it if I want to link it to something and put in my description. Then I can put in my content right here. To delete, you simply hover over it and hit the trash can. If I just want to add an image to the top, there's another button called Image. Just grab Image. As soon as you do, it will change your toolbar on the left, and I can put in my image. Make it bigger or smaller. And if I want to edit it, I can come up and edit it. Isn't that fun? It's fun. Now I want to add my social media snippet. I come find social media, here's my snippet, and I'm going to put it on the top. And when I do, you'll notice that it's gray. And what gray means is it's not set up yet. So you do have to come to the toolbar on the left and go to Facebook and put in your Facebook URL. Go to Twitter, put in your Twitter URL. If you want to add Pinterest, there's a Pinterest button. Just put in your URL and you'll see that it starts to appear. You can make it bigger or smaller and toggle it left, right, or center. This does not transfer to another template. So if you save it as a template, this will save. But if you want to make another template and put in the social media snippet, I would recommend you put it on an Excel spreadsheet and save it so you don't have to go to each one of those sites again and find it. Now what I would recommend, and this is just a Judy Miller tip, I would put the social media snippet on the bottom and also on the top, just in case you have a long email and they're looking at it on a phone. Oh, Judy, do I have to come here and grab a block and do all that social media stuff again? You don't. You can come up to the one you already created, click on it, make a duplicate, and then just drag it to the bottom of your email. And I would recommend you put it on top and bottom. Here's the reason why. If I hit preview and look at it on a phone, oh, I'm reading this and it looks awesome and I see the social media snippets here, but if I scroll to the bottom and they're not there, I'm not going to toggle back up to the top to follow you on Facebook. I don't have enough time for that. So make it easy for people. Give them extra calls to action so you can either click here or the button, and then make your social media snippets very available. Cool? Cool. Go back to my blocks. This time I want to add a video, so I'm going to get rid of my little fox, and I'm going to add a video. There's a video snippet. I'm going to place it right on top. And once you do, you need to go to who's ever hosting your video and get the URL. So if it's Vimeo, you need to go to Vimeo. If it's YouTube, you need to go to YouTube. If it's Jivebox or if it's Wistia, you need to go to those places and get that video, get that URL. So I'm going to go to YouTube. And I'm going to search for, I'll do this one right here just to get something quick. I'm going to pause it, and then I'm just going to grab the address in the address bar on the top of my screen and hit copy. That's it. If you go to Wistia, you'll get the Wistia URL. If you go to Vimeo, you'll get the Vimeo URL, who's ever hosting your email or your video. And I'm going to paste it right here on the left-hand toolbar. And once I do, my video will show up with the play button. You can make it bigger or smaller just by clicking on it, and you can toggle it, and I can even tag them. Clicked on video, hit done. Pretty awesome, huh? So we have an image, social media snippet, video, content, button, dividing line, content, dividing line that I need to change the color because I don't want it to be a circus, dividing line, and our social media snippet. If you want to use our signature, there is a signature snippet. I'm going to put it way down the bottom. The cool thing about the signature snippet is that just say that you own a real estate company and you have 5 agents. You want to send off the newsletter at the middle of every month, but you don't want to have to send it for Tom's group, for Judy's group, for Paul's group, for Donnie's group. You just want to send out one email and have it come from the contact owner. It automatically defaults to the contact owner signature. So when I send out this email, if Abe is the owner, Abe's signature will show up. If Judy's the owner, Judy's signature will show up. Or if I own the real estate agency and I just want my signature to show up on everything, I can pick my signature and it will show up just like that. I'm going to pause and get a drink of water for a second. And I'm back. You don't have to use our signature snippet because you only get one. Some people don't like the way it's formatted. You can create your own signature just by adding text. I'm trying to get on the bottom. Thanks for joining me. And then I can put in anything else I want to put in there. So you can have different templates. One you use your signature, the other one you just create your own signatures. It's very versatile. You can do whatever you want in here. I'm going to go ahead and hit Save as Template, and I'm going to call this Newsletter 2. Once I save it as a template, it's going to go in that template bucket. Now I'm going to exit out of the email builder, show you how to send a broadcast, show you the reporting tool, and then we'll get to questions. I'm going to go back to my dashboard. And so tonight you were playing with your email builder, you created your newsletter, it looks great, you're so happy, you have your list ready, and you want to send it out. Here's how you do it. Hover over the Infusionsoft logo, it's super easy. Come to Marketing, Emails and Broadcasts, same place we went before. Hit the Get Started. And it's just taking a while to open, but it'll open. That is weird. Sorry about that. Live television. I hit the get started. I already saved it as a template, so I'm going to come into my templates. I told you guys I make a new email template every Wednesday. This is one I made today. I'm going to hit use template. This is a template I made today. Let's dissect it. Banner, dividing line, social media snippet, video of America's Got Talent, this girl was great, lesson learned, never give up, want to join us, save me a seat, so this is a registration form. Here's my book of the month. Click here to get information about the first chapter. So if you guys are doing any affiliate marketing, you can have a section there. Dividing line, this is just an image and content. Dividing line, my signature, social media snippet, and I made the background blue. Here my hyperlink color is blue, but I'm going to make it red so you can see how it changes. And this is my newsletter that I want to send out. I'm going to hit the little slider button going down. That's who I want it to come from. This is my subject line, and I want to pick my recipients now. If you want to send it to your entire list, everyone on your list, no segmenting, I just hit New Search. This box will appear, and you just come down to the search button. Don't pick any criteria. Just say, okay, Infusionsoft, there we go. And it will bring up all of your list, just like that. I don't want to spam people because there's fake people on this app, so I'm going to hit X. I don't know why it's doing that, and get rid of those because I don't really want to send it to those people. You can have saved searches. There we go. You can have saved searches if you went to the Manage Contacts webinar yesterday. You can pick specific criteria. People that have a dog, that go to the dog park, that come in for heartworm medicine and get their dog groomed. You can have specific groups of people that you save, and then you can just come here and grab your saved search. I just want to send it to the people that came to my webinars in May, my awesome newsletter list, and my blog visitors, and it will bring up those groups of people. You can have as many saved searches as you want. I don't know why it's doing that right now. It's very weird. It usually just deletes them. Or you can say, hey, Infusionsoft, I want to do a new search, and I want to look for specific people. I want to look for people that have the tag yoga beginner. They clicked on my ideas, or they clicked on my video, and they don't have the tag customer. So they did this, they did this, they downloaded this, they have this tag, I had a call with them, but they're not a customer yet. Those are the people I want to market to, and hit search, and it will bring up only those people. So I'm going to send this to one specific person, Abe. I send him my newsletter every week. Hit search, and it will bring up just Abe, so I know I'm not spamming anyone. I have my subject line, so I'm ready to go. I hit the schedule or send button in the right-hand corner, and Infusionsoft will check and make sure everything's good. My from is good, my recipients are good, my subject is good, and I can either send it at a specific date or time. Like if I'm going to be on a plane to Hawaii tomorrow, I can schedule it to go out tomorrow while I'm on the plane. Or I hit send now and click on it. As soon as I click on send now, that email will go out and it will bring me to this report. And Troy, I'm not ignoring you. I will get to all your questions. So I'll talk to you in a moment. I'll get to the questions at the end. When you send off the broadcast, you'll get this cool report. It will give you a great pie graph. It's the only one I understood in junior high. And also these links over here that you can actually click on and take a look at who you sent it to, who opened it, who didn't open it. If you want to learn more about these, if you go to our Help Center and type in email broadcast report, it will go over this report. Hey, Judy, I want to see that report again. That is an awesome report. How do I get there? Let me show you. Hover over the Infusionsoft logo, come to Marketing, down to Reports. What did we do? We just sent off a broadcast. So I'm going to look for broadcast, email broadcast. There it is. Here's the one I sent off today. Hit View Report, the little blue button, and it shows up. And you can see how many bounced, how many opened, how many complaints you got, etc. And you can read all about that in our Help Center. So let me send a broadcast again and show you how easy it is. Emails and broadcasts, get started. If you already have it written, it's cake. My templates. Let me send Abe this one. Everything looks good. Scheduler send. Actually, I'm going to take the subject line out. So I didn't pick recipients, and I don't have a subject line. Watch what happens when I hit scheduler send. Uh-oh, we have some exclamation points, which mean there's a problem. I don't have any recipients. I don't have a subject line. I come here and put, here you go. Thanks for reading. Then come to my recipients, and I can either search, do a save search. These are saved searches that I've already saved and did before sending off my broadcast. You may not have anything in this drop-down. You have to save the searches in order to have this. I'm going to hit my 2017 news list. There's 2 people on it, which is perfect. Hit send now, hit the button, and those emails go off, and it opens up my report. It's that simple. I have a lady that I work with, and she wants to send off to just groups of 30. She has 1,000 prospects. She just wants to send off an email just to groups of 30 because she wants to change it for each 30. So we just made the email, changed it, set up the people it was going to go to, and hit, schedule this email to go out Tuesday at 8 o'clock in the morning, Wednesday at 8 o'clock in the morning, Thursday at 8 o'clock in the morning. So different people are getting the message in different buckets. So you can do that using our broadcast tool. So my challenge to you, sorry I had a cough and I didn't want you guys to have to hear that. Create an email template, add a link, image, or document, go in and check out all of those different, in the drop-down, what you can add to that email. Send out a broadcast, make sure you put in a tag so that you can see someone's behavior, send out the broadcast to yourself, save it as a template so you can send it out to your customers and prospects. I'm going to be sending you a workbook so you can watch the recording and fill out the workbook. It just reiterates everything we went over today. And you can even add me to your CRM, Judy Miller. There's my email address. So if you want to write it down, it's basictraining@infusionsoft.com. And send it to me and let me take a look at it. Sometimes I click on links and I get tagged, and you'll notice that I have a tag in my contact record. Sometimes I click on a video and it doesn't work. Sometimes I click on a link and I didn't get a downloadable document, and I let you know. I found some really cool products by getting emails from customers. So thank you. Let's go to questions. We have lots, so bear with me. So Troy asked where you create tags on the fly. That's done in our Manage Contacts webinar, but I will show you. If you hover over the Infusionsoft logo and come to CRM Settings, click on Settings one time and come to Tags. You can create tags here. You can create tag categories here. If you click on tags, you can see the tags that you have. Hit Add a Tag, and if I put a comma between it, I can make multiple tags just like that. You can't put a category on them. You'll have to click on the tag and put the category on it. But that's how you make tags. Well, the email sent to different lists that you have. If you have different saved searches, Infusionsoft will send to different lists. So if I come to the emails and broadcasts, so the question was, will it send to different lists that I have? If I come to the email that I'm sending off, and I click on the recipients, I can either search for different saved searches, or I can come here and hit New Search, and I can search for specific criteria. I want to find anyone that is in the state of Arizona. Hit Search, and now there's 2 people in the state of Arizona. I can do another new search and say now I also want to send this to anyone that's in the state of California. And if I have their address, it will automatically bring up those people. If I don't have their address, Infusionsoft can't just find them. So let's say I have 6 people after the email has gone out. How do I add those individuals to that email? If you have 6 people that have not gotten that, I would take those 6 people and tag them, and then I'd search for that specific tag. So I added 6 people, I added the tag, new email list, and then I can either find them that way or hit new search and add each person separately right here. Devay, I hope that I said your name right. Devay said, how far in advance can you schedule an email to be delivered? Let's look. You can schedule it pretty far. Can you have a tag automatically add to a contact if someone clicks on a URL? Yes, Devay. So that's what we did in here. If someone clicks here on this button, they're going to be tagged, and the tag they're going to get is clicked on ideas. If someone clicks here on click this link to get ideas, they're going to get a tag, and the tag is going to be downloaded ideas. So they will automatically be tagged if they get that email and click on that. It will automatically tag them. Then you can come here into your Infusionsoft, say, I sent out that email 3 hours ago. I want to do a new search, and I just want to find everyone that downloaded my ideas. And everyone that has that tag that downloaded those ideas, and look, Abe downloaded them, yay! Because he got that email, he clicked on the link, he downloaded the ideas. Awesome, I think that's all the questions. So tomorrow is our campaign builder. We're going to learn how to create a very simple campaign. I make it really, really easy so you can create one as soon as you get off the webinar. And the way to join is just to go to our Help Center, come to the Webinar tab, Infusionsoft Basic Training, and there you have it. One more thing before we close this up. If you have not been added to our Small Business Success Academy, it's called the SBSA. It's our Small Business Success Academy. It has strategy sessions in it, also videos on lifecycle marketing and Infusionsoft Basic Training, short little snippets of videos. If you are not added to that, and you'd know because you'd have a username and password, please, in the question section, let me know that you want to be added and give me your app name. Judy, what's my app name? Let me show you. If you open up Infusionsoft and come to your browser window, you'll see that right before the Infusionsoft.com, after the HTTP, there's a little 2 letters, 3 numbers. My app name is HV202. If you can't find your app name, just send me your business name and I'll search for it. But that's your app name, and I will add you to the SBSA, which is free training with Infusionsoft. It's more free training and it's awesome. So thank you for joining me. I hope that this was valuable for you. I hope that you'll be able to get in and create that email template and send off your first broadcast. Please include me so I can take a look at it. And I hope to see you on tomorrow's webinar. It's the best one by far because we learn how to automate, and that's the magic of Infusionsoft. So thanks for joining me and hope to see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.